electrification. And then what comes with electrification is generating clean power. And I think the other one is just electrification of transportation. We have to push back against a very powerful industry and very powerful businesses that do not want this change and want to slow it as much as they can until they get all of their assets out of the ground and into the atmosphere. And that's not where we want to be as a planet.
Well, I know that we like to look at nature as the solution. So with everything kind of going on, if we protect nature, the world will kind of balance itself out and do what it's good at doing.
Well, it's to include our emotions. You know, it's a little bit taboo to bring emotional, especially distress, into a workplace or into professional environments, but we absolutely need to, because otherwise there's really high levels of burnout and we can't stay into it for the long run.
A big thing that I learned was like how invasive species affect the environment and why native plants matter, because you want to keep biodiversity going and you want to provide food for the native species in the area. And you know, there's certain plants that are super popular that are very harmful to the environment, and I was okay with planting certain species, and once I learned that those were harmful, I learned to stay away.
I think about my everyday life and what I can do to just be a little bit more sustainable, right? Little things, little choices, little decisions that I make in the everyday. Secondly, I try to educate myself on the issues, what's going on, what's happening on a local level, what's happening in a state level, federal level, in order to combat climate change, and then try to get involved as much as I can with organizations that are doing the good work, fighting the good fight, and I think that makes a difference.
The first thing I did when I graduated is I found this group called Citizens Climate Education, and they were just training everyday people to get involved and to meet their senator and the representative. And what I found is like doing that and really coming with our climate story and meeting our people, my members started to move on climate change. I'm in Indiana, and our senators and our representatives started to actually respond and actually started to say, hey, like, maybe there's something we need to do here. So I think my main idea would just be everyday citizens need to be more engaged and need to have the tools to be more engaged.